Hello everybody, I am back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my Nintendo 3DS collection in its entirety. Now, I've had my 3DS for just over a year now, and I thought it'd be appropriate to show you guys the current state of the collection. I do want to preface, though, before I go into this, that there are several games for the 3DS that I do not own that are system sellers for many people, including Super Mario 3D Land, Kid Icarus, Mario Kart 7, there's Mario Kart Tennis, Resident Evil Revelations. There's several games that I just simply do not have yet. That doesn't mean that I don't want those games or that I do not plan to buy them. I just simply don't have them yet. So, please don't leave me, flood my inbox with comments asking me where these games are. Trust me, I do plan to get them at some point. So let's go ahead and show you guys my 10 games that I have for the Nintendo 3DS. Alright, so the first game is actually really surprising. It is Ghost Recon Shadow Wars. Now, for those of you that complained about the launch titles for the 3DS and the lack thereof of good titles worth purchasing the system, this is one that you definitely want to seek out. It's incredibly inexpensive, it was criminally underrated, and I really think it deserves your attention. If you're fans of, tactical RPGs in the sense of Advance Wars or Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, definitely give this game a look. It's incredibly long. I mean, this game takes 50 plus hours to complete. It's absurd. But it really is a lot of fun. You have these futuristic fighters. Your different units have, machine guns, rocket launchers, sniper rifles, pistols, different types of weapons of that sort. And you basically go on these kind of espionage and, war tactics missions, just killing, Russian soldiers and all these other kinds of guys. So it's really, really unique, a lot of fun, and just a really surprising game for, the launch games that came out. It really kind of stands out among those titles, in my opinion. So definitely give this a look, really inexpensive. The next game we have here is Tales of the Abyss. Now, I haven't put enough time in this to give a full-fledged opinion, but for the 5 or 6 hours that I have put into it, I really am enjoying it. An excellent battle system. Seems to be a really nice story, great music, and those are kind of the three quintessential things that I look for in a JRPG. Now, the main protagonist in the game is actually an utter jerk, in my opinion. Just really not a likable character, at least from what I've played so far. I've heard it gets better as the game progresses, but as of now, not liking him too much. But if you can overlook that, it really is a great game. Tales fans will be definitely at home with the battle system and just the graphical art style and all that good stuff. So if you're a fan of Tales games, definitely look to pick this one up and secure your copy soon, because I think this is going to be a hard to find title as the 3DS's time continues to go on. Now, I don't think I need to say much about this title. The Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time, one of the main games that people were anticipating for the Nintendo 3DS when it was first initially announced. And unfortunately, this did not come out at launch, but when it did come out, it was well worth the wait, in my opinion. This game looks absolutely fantastic, and it's definitely the best way to experience the Ocarina of Time if you have not played it thus far. Which I don't shame you if you haven't, because to be perfectly honest, I actually never completed the game back in the day. This was the first time that I played through the game in its entirety, and my gosh, the ending was so great, and I really did enjoy it. Wonderful HD, I shouldn't say HD, I guess graphical update, if you will. You have the Master Quest in here as well, so definitely pick this game up if you have not played this game. And even if you had on the N64 and still, for whatever reason, haven't picked this up, definitely do so. This was actually one of the first games that I picked up for the 3DS, in addition to this game here, Resident Evil: The Mercenaries 3D. Now, please don't overlook this game, you guys. I understand that I believe it has one save file that you can't erase, so you need to buy a new copy. But this is a great pick-up-and-play game. A lot of great content in the game, a lot of replay value, unlockable characters. It's just so much fun. If you enjoy the Mercenaries mode in Resident Evil 4 and 5, do not overlook this game. It really is a lot of fun, pick-up-and-play, action. And to be perfectly honest, I beat this game in 2 sittings. I just sat down, and it was just so addicting to go through, and if you're looking for some arcadey action to pick up and play every now and then, give this a go. It's a lot of fun. And the next game we have here was probably the main game that people purchased with their system at launch, and that is Super Street Fighter 4 3D. I actually picked this up at Christmas time because it was either Christmas or Black Friday sale. It was like $9 or something like that. I haven't put much time into it, to be honest, only about an hour or so, but the graphics are really impressive and the 3D looks great. I definitely understand how this kind of showed what the 3DS could do at the time of its initial launch. An unbelievable number of characters to play as in this game. Really great fun if you're a fan of Street Fighter, but I'm just not super fond of the series. But for $9, I definitely wanted to get it. And then the next game here, I also purchased alongside Super Street Fighter 4 because it was also on sale for like $9 at the time, and that is Pro Evolution Soccer 2011. I've actually put a lot of time into this game. A lot of great modes. The graphics are incredibly impressive, and the controls work very well. I was really iffy to buy a handheld soccer game, especially for the 3DS, as I really don't prefer to play my soccer games on a handheld, except for the PlayStation PSP, PlayStation Portable, just because the controls, the joystick, it's comfortable. But with the circle pad, it was just really, really comfortable. Great graphics, and you can start a season with your favorite team. You can't go wrong with this. It's a lot of fun, super inexpensive. They have come out with Pro Evolution Soccer 2012, so I'm sure that's the better version. But if you're looking for a cheap copy, definitely pick this one up. It's a lot of fun. Another game that I don't have to say much about, Star Fox 64 3D, a wonderful remake of an excellent N64 classic. If you never played this game back in the day, this is where Star Fox, is at its greatest. So definitely give this game a look. It is a wonderful, wonderful game. The next game we have here is actually one of my personal favorite games on the 3DS, and that is Dead or Alive Dimensions. This is the only game out of my entire 3DS library where I play with the 3D turned all the way up because it's just that good. While it does suffer from slowdowns in the character movements because of the 3D being on, you wouldn't know it otherwise if you always had it turned on. It's so great, an excellent number of fighters, and there's an incredible amount of replay value. There's several different modes in this game that are actually really unique to other fighters that I've never seen in a game before. You have this one mode where you actually just play against opponent after opponent, and there's different versions. So you'll have like 10 people that you have to beat, one after another. Then there's like 25, 50, and 100, and you unlock different things for beating each one. So really fun. Of course, Ryu Hubasu, or I don't know how to pronounce his name, the guy from Ninja Gaiden's in this, and he's one of my favorite characters. So each character you could also unlock several different outfits, which is really cool because some of these outfits are just, out of this world absurd. But really, really, guys, a lot of fun. Probably the best fighter on the Nintendo 3DS, in my personal opinion. But there's a lot to choose from, surprisingly. The next game we have here, you guys have already heard my thoughts. Such a great game, and we couldn't ask anything more from Square Enix for a 25th Final Fantasy anniversary, and that is Theatrhythm Final Fantasy. A wonderful rhythm game with just awesome-looking, adorable chibi characters. Great number of modes, so many different songs, and of course you can even download additional songs off of the internet for $1 a piece, which is a great deal. And to be perfectly honest, you guys, I know people that have put 25 plus hours into this game and still haven't unlocked one of the characters yet. So that just shows you how long you'll be playing this game. It is so much fun, never gets old, and if you're a fan of rhythm games or Final Fantasy in general, you owe it to yourself to pick this up. It's a fantastic game. The final game I'm going to talk about is a game I haven't been able to stop myself from playing lately. That is Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance. Of course, I have the Mark of Mastery Edition. You can check out my unboxing of that in a previous video. This game is fantastic, and in terms of storytelling, guys, it is my favorite in the series, believe it or not. Yes, I repeat, in terms of storytelling, this is my favorite game in the Kingdom Hearts series. Of course, Kingdom Hearts 1 remains my favorite just because of the number of Disney worlds that you visit in that game was just so unique at the time, but this game is really, really great, and there's an incredible number of new features in this game. So the more notable ones are these flow motion attacks. You can basically make use of your entire environment around you in order to defeat enemies faster, and it's just really cool. You can basically dive into like a light post or a lamp post or whatever, and you'll start spinning around it, and then you press the A button, and your character will like flip up in the air and come down with the keyblade and like smash on your characters and kill them. It's really cool. Another addition is a Pokemon-esque type thing called Dream Eaters. Dream Eaters are also the enemy in this game, and they basically replace the darkness as far as the people that you'll be fighting. But what's cool is there are two types of Dream Eaters, good ones and bad ones, and after you defeat certain types, you can unlock recipes to kind of craft your own Dream Eaters. And you can basically get to name these and customize them with different colors and all kinds of different things, and they fight alongside you throughout the game, and you can change them out in your party whenever you like to use them to your own advantage, depending on what types of opponents you're facing. It's crazy, the number of additions in this game that the creators put into it, and in my opinion, they're all welcome additions. For newcomers of the series, it might be a little overwhelming at first, but you definitely get used to it. And for longtime fans of the series like myself, I think it was really a good time for them to kind of take advantage of what they could do with the system and just, implement some new things that really work well with the Kingdom Hearts series. Another good thing is that if you are a newcomer to the Kingdom Hearts series and are unfamiliar with the story, or even if you're a longtime fan like myself and just don't understand what the heck's going on, what's really cool is that as you progress through this game, you unlock these things called chronicles. And they're basically extended pages of text that explain what happened in each of the games. So, once you complete a world, you may unlock Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Chronicle. Well, if you read through that, it goes through and explains everything that happened in that game in layman's terms, basically, so that you can understand what happened, and it connects all the story relations. It explains everything that you may have questioned about the game in the past, and it answers that, and it connects all of the different games. So as you progress, you unlock each of the game's chronicle. It's one of the single greatest things that the creators of the game could have ever done, and I think this is the perfect game to have done it in, and honestly, this game is flawless in my opinion. I'm loving it so much, and this video is like becoming a Kingdom Hearts review, but seriously guys, if you haven't picked this game up, do it. If you're a newcomer to the series, no worries. As I said, you unlock these chronicles, although I do encourage you to play the other games because they're awesome. But if you just want to jump into this game, you can, because these chronicles will explain the previous stories to you. And if you're a longtime fan of the series, then what the heck are you doing? You need to get this game right now. Alright guys, so I know I don't have a ton of games. I'm missing out on a lot of the essentials for the system, I understand. But trust me, over time I do plan to get those titles. But I have 10 games here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video detailing my thoughts on each of those games. Of course, I do have all of the Ambassador games on my 3DS, as well as a few Virtual Console 3D games like Metroid Prime, or not Metroid Prime, Metroid 2, The Return of Samus, Donkey Kong, the Game Boy game, of course, and Kirby's Dream Land. So, great games there as well, but I'm not going to go into details about those, right now. I might do that in a later video, so stay tuned for that. But I want to thank you guys for watching, and definitely let me know some of your favorite 3DS games. I'm sure some of those essential titles will be in there, but let me know some of your favorites so that I know some certain games to look out for in the future. Thanks for watching, everyone.